Did you know that there is a massive, ancient river system buried hundreds of feet beneath the soil of the Midwest that no one can see? Or that beneath the waves of Lake Erie lies a salt mine so vast it could fit the entire population of Earth with room to spare? Today, we are going to share 50 Ohio insane facts that sound fake, but are 100% real. Fact 50. The Ghost River. Beneath the flat farmland of western and central Ohio lies the Tees River, a massive ancient waterway that flowed north before the Ice Age. Around 2 million years ago, this river was the master drainage system of the region, carving valleys up to 400 feet deep into the bedrock, which are now completely filled with glacial sediment. It is effectively a ghost river, invisible from the surface, but mapping the hydrological history of the continent before the glaciers rearranged the landscape. Fact 49. The Great Black Swamp. Northwestern Ohio was once a formidable barrier known as the Great Black Swamp, covering 1,500 square miles, roughly the size of Rhode Island. Until it was drained in the late 19th century, this dense wetland forest was ankle to chest deep in mud and water, hosting an ecosystem more similar to the Florida Everglades than the Midwest. Today, the rich, dark soil left behind makes this region one of the most productive agricultural areas in the United States. But the phantom of the swamp remains in the high water tables. Fact 48. The first interracial college. Oberlin College, founded in 1833, was the first institution of higher learning in the United States to admit female students and African American students on equal terms with white men. By 1900, 1/3 of all African American graduates from predominantly white colleges in America had earned their degrees at Oberlin. This commitment to equality was so strong that the town of Oberlin became one of the most defiant stations on the Underground Railroad. Fact 47. The world's most comprehensive contraceptive collection, the Dittrich Museum of Medical History in Cleveland, houses the Percy Sky Collection, featuring over 1,100 artifacts related to the history of birth control. The collection includes everything from 3,000-year-old Egyptian linen plugs to early 20th century devices made of gold and silver. It is the only museum of its kind where the evolution of reproductive technology is mapped with such clinical and historical precision. Fact 46. The oldest traffic light. While Cleveland had the first electric signal, the town of Asheville claims to have the world's oldest working traffic light. Installed in 1932, the Teddy Bear Light, so named for its round, ear-like shapes, remained in continuous service for over 50 years until it was moved to a museum. It still functions today, cycling through its original red and green lenses with mechanical precision. Fact 45. The duct tape capital. Avon, Ohio, is the world headquarters of the Duck brand and the site of the annual Duct Tape Festival. Each June, over 50,000 people gather to view a fashion show where every garment, from wedding dresses to tuxedos, is constructed entirely of adhesive tape. The local factory produces enough duct tape every year to wrap around the earth more than a dozen times. Fact 44. The oldest conjoined twins. Ronnie and Donnie Gallion, born in Dayton in 1951, held the world record for the longest living conjoined twins until their passing in 2020. They were joined at the abdomen and shared a single digestive tract, but they lived independently in their own home for decades. Their 68-year lifespan challenged medical assumptions about the viability of conjoined life and remains a testament to modern adaptive care. Fact 43. The smallest police dog. In 2006, a rat terrier named Midge officially became the smallest certified narcotics dog in the world, standing only 11 inches tall. Based in Geauga County, Midge was specifically trained to search small spaces like school lockers and vehicle interiors that larger German shepherds could not access. Her diminutive size allowed her to work without intimidating bystanders while maintaining a perfect record for detection. Fact 42. The Hell is Real Soccer Derby. The professional soccer match between the Columbus Crew and FC Cincinnati is officially named the Hell is Real Derby. This title is taken from a massive religious billboard located on a farm along I-71, exactly halfway between the two cities. What began as a fan joke in 2017 became an officially recognized rivalry, complete with a trophy and sellout crowds of 20,000 people. Fact 41. The world's largest cuckoo clock, Sugar Creek, known as Little Switzerland, features a cuckoo clock that is 23 feet tall and 24 feet wide. Built in 1972, the clock features a mechanical polka band and dancing figurines that emerge every 30 minutes. It is so large that the inner workings are housed in their own dedicated climate-controlled building to prevent the wooden gears from warping. Fact 40. The abandoned subway tunnels. Cincinnati contains the largest abandoned subway system in the United States, with over 2 miles of finished tunnels and 4 stations beneath the city streets. Construction stopped in 1928 due to a lack of funding and the rise of the automobile, leaving the infrastructure to sit in total darkness for nearly a century. Today, the tunnels are used to house major water mains and fiber optic cables, though the original station platforms are still visible to maintenance workers. Fact 39. The Swiss cheese capital. Ohio leads the United States in the production of Swiss cheese, specifically in the Amish country regions of Holmes and Tuscarawas counties. Local creameries produce over 13 million pounds of Swiss cheese annually, utilizing traditional copper kettles and specific aging temperatures to create the characteristic eyes in the cheese. This region produces more Swiss cheese than any other state in the nation, including Wisconsin. Fact 38. The first professional baseball team. In 1869, the Cincinnati Red Stockings became the first team in history to pay every one of its players a salary, effectively ending the era of amateur-only baseball. They went on a legendary 67-game winning streak that lasted over a year, playing in front of crowds that had never seen professional athletes before. Their success proved that baseball was a viable commercial venture, leading directly to the formation of the National League. Fact 37. The heart of it all. Ohio's geographic location is so central to the American population that nearly 50% of the U.S. and Canadian populations live within a 500-mile radius of Columbus. This makes the state a critical logistics hub, home to some of the largest distribution centers for companies like Amazon and FedEx. If you order a package in the Midwest, there is a statistical certainty it will pass through a sorting facility in Ohio. Fact 36. The world's largest basket. The former Longaberger Company headquarters in Newark is a 7-story building designed to look exactly like a medium-market basket. The handles on top are 190 feet long and weigh 150 tons. They are actually heated during the winter to prevent ice buildup from crushing the glass atrium below. While the company has since moved, the building remains a massive 180,000 square foot piece of mimetic architecture. Fact 35. The first concrete street. In 1891, Bellefontaine, Ohio, became the site of the first concrete paved street in America. George Bartholomew used local limestone and a proprietary mixture to prove that concrete could withstand the weight of horse-drawn carriages better than dirt or wood. The original section of the street is still in place today, marked by a statue of Bartholomew and protected as a historic landmark. Fact 34. The most astronauts. More astronauts have been born in Ohio than any other state except New York, totaling 25 individuals, including John Glenn and Neil Armstrong. This phenomenon has led to the persistent joke that something about Ohio makes people want to leave the planet entirely. Collectively, Ohio-born astronauts have spent over 22,000 hours in space and conducted dozens of spacewalks. Fact 33. The glacial grooves. On Kelly's Island, you can find 400-foot-long troughs carved into solid limestone that are 10 feet deep and 35 feet wide. These are the largest and most easily accessible glacial grooves in the world. Created by the Wisconsin Glacier 18,000 years ago, the ice was so heavy, roughly 5,000 feet thick, that it acted like a massive piece of sandpaper, grinding the bedrock into smooth, undulating waves. Fact 32, the world's largest gavel, standing outside the Ohio Judicial Center in Columbus, is a 13-foot-long gavel made of stainless steel. It weighs over 1,000 pounds and is perfectly balanced on its sound block. It was commissioned in 2008 as a public art piece to symbolize the weight of the law and the scale of the state's Supreme Court. Fact 31. The first electric city. In 1879, Cleveland became the first city in the world to be lighted electrically using arc lamps designed by Charles Brush. Brush installed 12 lamps in Public Square, each producing 2,000 candle power, which was so bright that people reportedly wore sunglasses to see the artificial sun. This event marked the beginning of the end for gaslit city streets worldwide. Fact 30. The Troll Hole Museum. Alliance, Ohio is home to the Troll Hole Museum, which holds the Guinness World Record for the largest collection of troll dolls. The museum contains over 20,000 unique items, ranging from the original 1950s dam dolls to modern movie memorabilia. It features 14 themed rooms, including a troll grotto and a library dedicated to troll folklore. Fact 29, the birth of Superman. Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, two high school students from Cleveland, created the character of Superman in 1933. They originally sold the rights to the character for just $130, unaware that it would become a multi-billion-dollar global franchise. The house where Siegel lived while writing the first scripts still stands in the Glenville neighborhood. Fact 28, the only swallowtail flag. Ohio's state flag, the Ohio Burgee, is the only state flag in the U.S. that is not a rectangle. Adopted in 1902, the triangular design features 17 stars to signify that Ohio was the 17th state admitted to the Union. The O in the center is said to represent both the state's name and the fruit of the Buckeye tree. Fact 27. The Serpent Mound Impact. The Great Serpent Mound in Peebles is not just an archaeological wonder. It is built on a massive ancient impact crater. About 250 million years ago, a meteor roughly 5 miles wide struck this exact location, creating a crypto-explosive geological structure. The ancient cultures who built the 300-foot-long effigy mound thousands of years later likely chose the site because of its unique magnetic properties and unusual rock formations. Fact 26. The first hot dog. While controversial, many historians point to Harry M. Stevens of Niles, Ohio, as the inventor of the modern hot dog in 1901. While working a baseball game at the Polo Grounds in New York, he ran out of the waxed paper used to hold sausages and began putting them in buns instead. He called them Red Hots, but a cartoonist later dubbed them Hot Dogs, and the name stuck. Fact 25. The world's largest drumsticks. In Warren, Ohio, you can find a pair of drumsticks that are 36 feet long and weigh 900 pounds each. They were carved from solid pine logs to honor Warren native Dave Grohl, the founder of Foo Fighters and drummer for Nirvana. The sticks are roughly 20 times the size of a standard pair of 5B drumsticks. Fact 24. The Haunted Reformatory. The Ohio State Reformatory in Mansfield is a massive Gothic structure that served as the filming location for The Shawshank Redemption. It features the world's tallest freestanding steel cell block, 6 tiers high, which housed over 150,000 inmates during its operation. Today, it is a major tourist destination, famous for its ghost hunts, where participants stay overnight in the cell blocks. Fact 23. The Thomas Edison birthplace. Thomas Alva Edison, who held 1,093 patents, was born in a small brick cottage in Milan, Ohio, on February 11, 1847. Though he moved to Michigan at age 7, his early childhood in the canal-centric town of Milan influenced his lifelong fascination with transportation and chemistry. The house is now a museum that displays many of his earliest experimental prototypes. Fact 22. The 100-year-old traffic ticket. The first recorded speeding ticket in U.S. history was allegedly given to a motorist in Dayton, Ohio in 1904. The driver was reportedly traveling at 12 miles per hour in a zone where the limit was 8 miles per hour. While the fine was minimal, it set the legal precedent for modern municipal traffic enforcement. Fact 21. The world's largest geode. Crystal Cave on South Bass Island is actually the world's largest geode, measuring 35 feet across at its widest point. The walls are covered in massive bluish-white celestite crystals that are up to 18 inches long. It was discovered in 1897 by a winery owner who was digging a well and realized he had accidentally breached a massive subterranean crystal chamber. Fact 20. The Field of Corn. In Dublin, Ohio, there is a permanent art installation titled Field of Corn with Osage orange trees, consisting of 109 human-sized ears of corn. Each concrete cob is 6 feet 3 inches tall and weighs 1,500 pounds. The field serves as a monument to the region's agricultural heritage and the transition from farming to suburban development. Fact 19. The first gas mask. Garrett Morgan, a Cleveland inventor, patented the safety hood in 1914, which was the precursor to the modern gas mask. He famously used it himself in 1916 to rescue workers trapped in a tunnel 250 feet beneath Lake Erie following an explosion. His invention was later refined for use by soldiers during World War I to protect against chemical weapons. Fact 18. The largest pumpkin pie. In 2010, the town of New Bremen baked a pumpkin pie that was 20 feet in diameter and weighed 3,699 pounds. The recipe required 1,212 cans of pumpkin puree, 109 gallons of evaporated milk, and 14.5 pounds of cinnamon. It was sliced into over 5,000 servings and holds the Guinness World Record for the largest pie of any kind. Fact 17. The rock and roll coinage. Rock and roll was popularized by Cleveland disc jockey Alan Freed in the early 1950s. Freed was the first to use the term on mainstream radio to describe the rhythm and blues music he was playing for a white audience. This cultural contribution is the primary reason Cleveland was chosen as the home for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Fact 16. The rubber stamp statue. Cleveland is home to the world's largest rubber stamp, a 28-foot-tall sculpture titled Free. Originally commissioned by Standard Oil, the stamp sits at a 45-degree angle as if it has just been pressed into the ground. It is made of steel and aluminum and weighs 35 tons, making it a massive landmark in the city's Willard Park. Fact 15. The mating UFO houses. In Carlisle, Ohio, there are 2 rare Futuro houses, prefabricated, saucer-shaped homes designed by Finnish architect Matti Suronen in the 1960s. These houses are made of fiberglass reinforced plastic and look exactly like 1950s flying saucers. Because there are 2 of them connected by a walkway, locals affectionately refer to them as the mating flying saucers. Fact 14. The first cash register. James Ritty, a saloon owner from Dayton, invented the first mechanical cash register in 1879 to prevent his employees from stealing profits. He called it Ritty's Incorruptible Cashier. He later sold the company to John H. Patterson, who turned it into NCR National Cash Register, which became one of the first global technology giants. Fact 13. The world's largest matchstick sculpture. In Wadsworth, you can find a 13-foot-tall replica of the Space Shuttle Challenger made entirely of matchsticks. Artist Patrick Acton used over 200,000 matchsticks and 10 gallons of wood glue to complete the project over several years. Every single tile on the shuttle's exterior is represented by an individual matchstick head. Fact 12. The Tomato Juice State. Ohio is the only state where tomato juice is the official state beverage a title it has held since 1965. This honors Alexander Livingston, who in 1870 developed the Paragon tomato, the first variety stable enough for commercial juicing and canning. Today, Ohio remains one of the top producers of processing tomatoes in the world. Fact 11. The largest gathering of penguins. In 2011, Youngstown State University set the world record for the largest gathering of people dressed as penguins, with 972 participants. The university's mascot is Pete the Penguin, and the event was organized to celebrate the school's 50th anniversary. Every participant had to wear a beak, a tuxedo-style suit, and webbed feet to qualify for the record. Fact 10. The longest covered bridge. The Smolin Gulf Bridge in Ashtabula County spans 613 feet, making it the longest covered bridge in the United States and the fourth longest in the world. It stands 93 feet above the river and was completed in 2008 using a Pratt truss design. It is long enough that 2 football fields could fit end to end inside its wooden tunnel. Fact 9. The world's largest meatball. In 2011, the Columbus Italian Club created the meatball that weighed 1,110 pounds. It took 3 days to cook in a custom-built stainless steel oven and required a specialized crane to move it onto a giant scale. After the record was verified, the meatball was broken apart and donated to local homeless shelters. Fact 8. The Lifesavers invention. Clarence Crane, a candy maker from Garrettsville, Ohio, invented Lifesavers in 1912. He wanted a candy that wouldn't melt in the summer like chocolate, so he used a machine designed for making medicine pills to press sugar into a ring shape. He called them Lifesavers because they resembled the life preservers used on ships. Fact 7. The first Pro Football League. The American Professional Football Association, which later became the NFL, was founded in a Hupp Mobile car showroom in Canton, Ohio, on September 17, 1920. The meeting cost only $100 per team to join. Because of this meeting, Canton was chosen as the site for the Pro Football Hall of Fame 40 years later. Fact 6. The longest career in weather. Dick Goddard, a Cleveland meteorologist, holds the world record for the longest career as a weather forecaster, spanning 51 years and 6 days. He began his career in 1966 and became a household name for his accurate lake effect snow predictions. He retired in 2016, having delivered over 100,000 individual weather reports. Fact 5. The world's largest chandelier. Playhouse Square in Cleveland features the world's largest outdoor crystal chandelier, hanging 24 feet above the intersection of East 14th Street and Euclid Avenue. It is 20 feet tall and contains 4,200 resin crystals that are illuminated by high-efficiency LED lights. It is designed to withstand 90-mile-per-hour winds and the heavy ice of Ohio winters. Fact 4. The first ambulance service. Cincinnati established the first municipal civilian ambulance service in the United States in 1865. The service used horse-drawn carriages equipped with splints, bandages, and a stomach pump to treat patients en route to the hospital. This innovation laid the groundwork for the modern emergency medical services, EMS, used worldwide today. Fact 3. The moon trees. After the Apollo 14 mission in 1971, several moon trees were planted in Ohio, trees grown from seeds that had orbited the moon. One of these trees, a sycamore, stands at the International Friendship Park in Cincinnati. While they look like normal trees, they are biologically unique as they were the first terrestrial plants to experience the zero-gravity environment of lunar orbit. Fact 2. The first police car. In 1899, the city of Akron became the first in the world to use a motorized police car. It was an electric-powered wagon that cost $2,400, roughly $80,000 today, and had a top speed of 18 miles per hour. Ironically, the car's first official act was to transport a man who had been arrested for being drunk and disorderly. Fact 1. The Serpent Mound Solar Calendar. The Great Serpent Mound is more than an effigy. It is a massive, prehistoric solar calendar The head of the serpent is aligned perfectly to the sunset of the summer solstice, while the 3 coils of the body are aligned to the winter solstice and the equinoxes. This 1,300-foot-long structure proves that the ancient Ohioans possessed an advanced understanding of astronomy and engineering over 1,000 years ago.